Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, students, and this is a new topic of us public speaking. Before going to this new topic, as we know that in the previous meeting we have done the mid examination and you were asked to create a presentation with a current issue and you have to create the PowerPoint slides and you have to record the presentation in it. So, yeah, maybe like this. And the topic of us today is public speaking. Okay, so this is the project of hibah pembelajaran dari kolaboratif program studi pendidikan bahasa Inggris Universitas Subang dan Universitas Sembilanbelas Kolaka. Okay, so let's get started. And last year in my class, I asked my student one question, and the question is, what's your barrier in speaking English? And it is the result. You can see here. The most students ask or answer it by giving it practice, listening, grammar, and pronunciation. Afraid to speak, right? Afraid to speak wrong, afraid to say the wrong, read the words. So they are um, the answer from my students last year. What's the barrier in speaking English? And we can conclude here that practice is the most answer from them. Okay, so maybe the correlation between public speaking to this result is practice. So we can conclude that we have to prepare, we have to practice before speaking, we have to practice, we have to prepare before public speaking. Likewise said Dale Carnegie said that only the prepared speaker deserve to be confident. So here is the correlation between the topic of this video and then the result of the simple questionnaire and also the uh, quote here. Only the prepared speaker deserve to be confident. So it means we have to prepare before conducting public speaking. Okay, so the outline of this presentation, I'd like to tell you about what is public speaking, similarities, differences between public speaking and conversation, and also I'd like to tell you about what we have to prepare in the beginning, in ending of public speaking, and also move to our project webinar. As we know that in our syllabus, the final project is organizing the webinar. Okay, so let's discuss is first this public speaking and conversation similarities. So first thing is the similarities between public speaking and conversation is logically organized thought, messages tailored to audience, stories told for maximum impact, and feedback adapted to audience. So are those points are the similarities between public speaking and conversation. We can see that when you convey the thoughts and you try to give it to the audience and to get the feedback from them, that is the similarities. You have the message, you give it to the audience listen to you and get the message, and you will get the feedback from them. So those are the similarities. And how about the differences? Public speaking more highly structured. Oh yeah. So when you do public speaking, it should be prepared rather than conversation. And the second one is public speaking requires more formal language and public speaking requires different method for delivery. So we can conclude that public speaking need a good pattern, need a good preparation, seems to be formal, and can be used several or different method for delivery. Okay, so that is the point of differences between public speaking to conversation. Okay, this is the interesting one. Anxiety in front of the audience. Most of the students in my class, the people who asked my question before in this slide, that uh, they got anxiety in conducting public speaking. So there are many research as well find out anxiety in public speaking, and nervousness is one of the impact in the anxiety. But you know, nervousness is a normal. Why is normal? We can see that maybe for the professional football player, even they have experience in playing football, but if they play for the final champion, let's say, they got nervous. Even for the singer, let's say Afghan or Rizky Fabian, they got nervousness, I'm sure, when they go to the stage. Even I'm so nervous when I record my presentation here. So nervous is normal. Don't worry, not only for the students but also for me as the lecturers, for other job occupation. So nervousness is normal when they do the public speaking in front of the audience. But the point is, how can you manage it? How you can manage the nervousness from the negative into the positive one. So when you got nervous, so maybe you will prepare and then you will do the observation. You will get that experience until you are able to pace that. Is it? So there are some point how to reduce speech anxiety. The first is acquire experience. So as I have told you before, that when you feel nervous and then you try to do as best as you can, and then you try to do a presentation, let's say, you pace it. So it means you got one experience. And then next day you will do a presentation. You got nervous again. You prepare it and then you pass it. And then you got the second experience. Next day you do a presentation. You got nervous. You prepare. You do as best as you can. You pass it and you get third experience. So we can conclude that when you are able to pace, when you are able to quit from that experience, you are able to get out from that nervous condition. You are able to get out from that thing. It means you are able to get experience. So, acquire experience is really important. You have to try. Don't leave it. Do it. Okay, so this is the first. The second one, Do not expect perfection. Yes, so nobody's perfect except my wife. So do not expect perfection, class. When you are trying to do your best in first presentation, let's say, you feel nervous and there is some mistake or error in your slides, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. You can take the message, you can take the point from your weaknesses, from your error. If you got already, and then you fix it for the next one. So do not expect perfection. Next, think positively. So you have to believe in yourself. You have do potential. You have do potential. Believe in yourself, in public speaking, in presentation, and do performance, singing, let's say, what drama performing, reading a poetry or poem, what else? Do a storytelling, be a master of ceremony, be a moderator, be a lecturer as well. Think positively. I do believe in myself. I can share with you the knowledge. So this is think positively. Next, use power visualization. So visual aids is really important too for helping you as the speaker. Like me like now, see, I use PowerPoint. I use the visualization. You are able to see my slides. You are able to watch my face, listen to my explanation. So audio visual. So use that. If in your presentation you need the graph, use graph, picture, data, let's say, and so on and so on. Use power of visualization. So next is prepare, prepare, and prepare. So that's the point one. Prepare, prepare, and prepare. Okay, so the next one I have told you before how to begin, how to end your speech. So this is the tips. The first is for the beginning, gain attention. It can be the question to the audience, begin with quotation, or tell a story. Question to audience. Maybe you can say that, have you ever heard about the one who got blank and what in competition such as singing competition or stand-up competition, let's say. That is question to audience. Yes, for example. Teman-teman sudah pernah lihat atau nonton siapa tuh? Didi stand up comedy tahun berapa tuh sucinya tuh? Dia blank. Nah, teman-teman bisa berangkat dari pertanyaan itu kepada audience. Or you can begin with quotation like me before. I put the quotation. Yes, before. Kata-kata bijak. You can put that. Or tell a story. This is a tell story. You can begin to your students by telling a story. You can share to the audience about telling story. Karena kan kebanyakan orang-orang suka dengar cerita. Kita bisa awali dengan cerita itu. Okay, so why you have to do that? To gain, to trigger the audience to your presentation, to your speech, and they are ready to listen to you. Alright, so next is relate topic to audience and state the importance of topic. So you have to create that the topic that you will give to the audience is relate to them. Jadi cari topik yang mereka itu butuh, mereka itu kena gitu. Cari topik yang pas dengan apa kebutuhan mereka dan buat bahwa topik itu penting buat mereka. So I'm trying that now. Teman-teman kan nanti akan presentasi, akan public speaking, menjadi MC, menjadi moderator, menjadi public speaker. Nah, cari yang hal-hal yang topik yang kena dengan audiensnya. So you have to be able to analyze the audience. Dan teman-teman harus tahu siapa audiens teman-teman. Cara ngajar di anak SD dengan cara ngajar di anak SMA itu beda. Otomatis guyonannya, topik-topiknya kan pasti beda. Teman-teman pasti sudah tahu tuh, di mata kuliah lain pasti diajarkan. Next, you have to try to make them curious in your topic. Buat mereka itu penasaran dengan topik itu. Penasaran bahwa oke, saya akan dengerin, lalu mereka akan suka, mereka akan antusias dengan topik yang kita sampaikan. And establish credibility and goodwill. So you have to show your preparation, bahwa kamu itu sudah siap akan menjadi seorang public speaker, sudah siap dengan segalanya, topiknya, persiapan apapun sudah siap, bahwa teman-teman benar-benar persiapan untuk menjadi public speaker. And as I have told you before, you have to analyze the audience. Where, how much people in that place, let's say, you speak in front of 5 people, 100 people, it will be different. Suara yang dilantangkan juga akan beda. Terus umur berapa audiensnya itu akan berbeda dengan topik apa atau bercandaan seperti apa yang akan teman-teman ujarkan di sana. And the last is use visual aids. It is similar to before, that you can use the visual, audio visual that can help you in the beginning. Okay, so this is the beginning of your speech. Now, how to end your speech? You can manage question and answers and generate emotional appeal by fading to dramatic final statement. So it means then when before you end the speech, of course, there will be a Q&A session. There are the audience who will ask the question to you. So you have to manage that. You have to be ready to answer that. And you have to take a note maybe if you need it. And the last is you have to close by emotional fading to dramatic final statement. Final statement, statement yang menandakan bahwa teman-teman link back to the topic, and then you can relate it to this. For example, the topic is about public speaking, let's say ya. Saya akan tutup dengan misalkan seperti ini. Pentingnya public speaking, dan saya akan tutup dengan statement bahwa teman-teman mau presentasi dengan berkeringat atau tidak. Nah, itu statement saya. Kalau misalkan berkeringat, itu pasti tidak persiapan karena grogi, karena bingung, deg-degan. Tapi kalau udah santai, udah bisa manage emosinya, maka keringatnya akan tidak terlalu kelihatan. Keringat memang capek, bukan keringat grogi. Nah, itu. Okay, that's for the example. Okay, so I have told you tips class how to be a public speaker. Public speaker is not only for the one who gives the presentation, but also for the MC, for the moderator, for the one who gives a speech later on. Why? Because as we know that we have a final project. Our project is organizing the webinar and also performance, and we have to create the committee. Karena nanti di UAS kita projectnya adalah kita akan membuat webinar, di di mana tidak hanya webinar, tetapi kita ada performance di sana. Performance seperti apa? Performance dengan topik yang sudah kita bahas tentang storytelling, tentang akan kita bahas bagaimana menjadi news anchor, debater. Nah, nanti juga ada performance di sana. Nah, tapi kita akan buat dulu sebuah komite, apa itu namanya, kepanitiaan. Maybe next meeting we are going to do the Google meeting and we are going to discuss about the committee. Kita akan bagi-bagi tugas, siapa yang jadi ketua, sekretaris, bendahara, bagian performance, bagian IT, bla 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 bla. Ya, seperti bagaimana kita membuat komite, membuat kepanitiaan. Okay. And yeah, as we know that in the final project, we will ask you to be speakers or performer and organizer and MC moderate. Nanti teman-teman akan pilih, saya mah kayaknya akan menjadi pembicara deh. Gitu. Saya akan jadi MC, saya akan jadi moderator, saya akan jadi penampil, dan lain sebagainya. Karena nanti kita akan ya seperti webinar biasa, kita akan masuk ke Zoom, lalu nanti ada MC utama, nanti MC utama akan mengundang keynote speaker, nanti akan dibagi breakout room, lalu nanti setiap breakout room itu presentasi dan lain sebagainya, dipimpin oleh moderator. Nah, seperti itu. Okay, but the difference here is actually the webinar present the research proposal or research findings. Tetapi di sini kita akan berbagi tentang isu saja, isu yang sudah kita bahas di di UTS. Teman-teman bisa angkat juga topik itu, tapi dengan beberapa persiapan yang matang, buat PowerPoint yang menarik, buat PowerPoint yang tidak terlalu banyak kata, kalimat, tapi yang simple, yang enak dilihat dan mantap seperti itu. Oke, jadi ini bukan webinar yang isinya penelitian teman-teman, tetapi webinar yang isinya topik-topik yang teman-teman akan share dengan audiens. Begitu, oke? What you have to prepare from now, from this week. The first is MC. Nanti teman-teman yang ingin jadi MC, persiapkan skripnya. Yang ingin jadi moderator, persiapkan skripnya. Yang ingin jadi speaker, maaf itu typo. Persiapkan PPT slide dan presentationnya. Lalu organizer, kita akan belajar teman-teman bagaimana membuat poster, membuat virtual background, design gitu ya, Zoom and breakout room. And performer, you have to prepare your performance. Nanti teman-teman bisa jadi debater, bisa jadi news anchor, atau teman-teman bisa jadi storyteller. Okay, so because it is our final project, right? So because this project is not only coming from UNSUB but also from USN, so it really needs the combination, a good teamwork, not only from the student but also from the lecturers, not only from UNSUB but also from USN Kolaka. So we are really we believe in our project that we can do it as best as we can. Teman-teman bisa berkolaborasi dalam project ini. Begitu. Ini adalah sumber dari beberapa topik yang barusan saya sampaikan, dan terima kasih. Thank you very much for watching this video in our new topic in this course. So thank you very much. If you need a further question, you can ask in WhatsApp group. So see you later. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Until next time.